Good morning. It's 7:30. It's also 39 degrees. Started hiking at 7. Left the hotel, the Best Western, at 7 o'clock. And it was like 7/10 of a mile back to the trail. So now I'm on the blue line, the reroute. Just finishing up the tail end of that reroute from the end of yesterday. And then I'll be back on the actual trail, the red line. And I'll be hitting mile 800 at that point. So, gonna stop and take some pictures and celebrate. And then I think I've got 18 miles today. And then my parents will pick me back up at the trailhead where I finish and take me back to the Best Western. So I've got that going for me. To look forward to a nice warm, comfy bed again. And then that is when tonight is when my two next very special guests will be meeting me at the Best Western. And then first thing tomorrow morning, we will all head out to the trailhead where I finished today, is where we're going to start first thing in the morning. And that is when we're going to head into Bradwell Bay. So, my thoughts on Bradwell Bay are, we keep getting reports of waist deep, belly button deep, blackwater swamp with all kinds of stuff submerged underneath you can't see. And if you hit a hole, you're not careful and you step in a hole, you could definitely go over 5 feet. So it's been sounding very daunting and scary, but I believe all the reports. However, I think once we get into it, we're just gonna make it fun and be safe and wise, but we'll make it fun. We'll get through it. I think the very worst of it, all the deep stuff, the deep stuff, is only about a quarter of a mile long. The rest of it that's pretty challenging is about 5 miles, 4.5 or 5 miles long. But we'll make it fun and we'll get through it. And then we'll tell our own stories. So I'm looking forward to having some friends to go through with. So, almost lost my pole. Looking forward to it. But today, I know my feet are going to get wet today. And my strategy for today is to just not care. I'm not going to try to keep my feet dry today. I don't have time to be trying to get around every puddle because I know it's going to happen. So I'm just going to plug ahead and embrace the wet feet and get the miles done as quickly as I can so that I can get back to the hotel sooner rather than later. And hopefully it warms up a little bit here soon before my feet get wet. So it's gonna stay pretty nice and cool today, but not 39 all day. So here's hoping gets a little bit warmer before my feet get wet. So here we go. So I just did my 800 mile pics, and this is where the blue reroute ends. And there's not really a trail, but you can see over there the orange blaze. We just kind of have to make our way over there because this is where the reroute ends, and we just reconnect back to the orange trail. And then I'll start to get a little bit better idea of exact mileage that I have, because the blue reroute trails don't calculate the mileage the same way. So anyway, I just hit 800 miles and took all my pictures, so I'm really excited. That's a big milestone. But anyway, here we go. Hello. It's just before 10 o'clock, 55 degrees, so perfect hiking weather. I'm officially out of St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge just a little while ago, and I've officially entered the Apalachicola National Forest. So the section that I'm in right now is going to start having some tai swamps So tai is just a type of plant. I don't know a whole lot about it. If I can properly identify one, and then I'll see if I can show you a picture or a video. I think it's all around me right now, but I got to make sure that I'm identifying it properly. But yeah, all these little, I just went through the first little wet area. I didn't even try to keep my feet dry. I mean, they're not like the water didn't spill in over the top of my shoes or anything, but I'm just going to embrace it so I can keep up my pace. I knew that my feet would get wet today, so it's really fine. And yeah, I'm going back to the Best Western tonight, so I can always wash and or dry my socks if I want to. Just to start out with dry socks tomorrow. I don't think it really matters because we're going into Bradwell Bay, so pretty much all of tomorrow is going to be wet anyway, but just a little morale booster to start with dry feet. I don't have to have wet feet in the car on the way to the trailhead, so but yeah, I'm just going to embrace it today. It's not like wading in water, so it's really fine. And it's a beautiful day out. It's like I said, the perfect temperature. And yeah, if I can find a tai plant, I will show you. But so far, the forest is, you know, the pine forest mostly. I'm also going to cross over Monkey Creek today, which is the level of the water in Monkey Creek is a pretty good kind of indicator of like what Bradwell Bay is going to be like, because Monkey Creek is one of the creeks that help drain the bay. So I'll see how high the water is under the bridge. I don't think it's going to be high based on reports and the fact that everybody's been getting through Bradwell Bay. They just say if it's a certain height, if the water's a certain height under the bridge, then they recommend that you take the high water route around Bradwell Bay, but there's nothing that indicates that it's like that. I'm just still curious to kind of see what the creek looks like under the bridge. But yes, beautiful day. Got some swamps ahead. Oh, I'll show you. Got this is what I'm super grateful for, these little plank bridges. I'm going to try to walk a little bit on it, but I really don't want to drop my phone, so just going to be really careful. That's pretty. You can see the tannic water, but it's still clear. It's just tannic. So I'm actually making really good time today. I should be done in about 4.5 hours for pickup. So I'm gonna see how the rest of this swampy area goes, and this is what I'm grateful. I don't actually have to walk through this mess. So yeah. Trail goes that way. Here we go. All right. Here's a tai plant. Hiking along the Sopchoppy River. It's over there. And you can't tell how steep this is, but it's a little Florida mountain. I gotta make sure I don't slip on these pine needles. But yeah, it's like a little Florida mountain here. And oh, that's some dark water. Sopchoppy River. Okay, I'm hiking along. I see a blaze up front, up ahead, and I see a blaze way out there in the middle of the screen. And then I noticed this on the ground, And wouldn't you know, the trail actually goes that way and you can see another blaze. Okay, this is Monkey Creek Bridge. This is the one that helps indicate the water levels of Bradwell Bay. And I can see the water is nowhere near the bottom of the bridge. So that's a good sign.